What is up, everybody? I'm Jared, and I'll be going over my core four of MLB picks for PrizePicks today. If you're new here, make sure to hit like and subscribe. That way we know that you're following along. Also, if you're not currently playing on PrizePicks, if you sign up there using promo code WINDAILY, they'll get you 100% deposit match up to $100. We will also go ahead and throw in a free 60-day trial period of WinDaily Gold, get you access to all of our daily articles, get you access to our Discord, where we're constantly talking about both DFS and PrizePicks. So go ahead and sign up there today using promo code WINDAILY. So if we do a recap of yesterday, strong day. We went 3-1. Pirates and Marlins did hit the under on the first inning runs allowed. Odor had a double, so he hit his half total base pretty easily. Marcus Semien had a couple base hits and a run scored, so he hit his number. The only one that we missed on was Josh Bell. We will look to improve on yesterday's 3-1 and go 4-0 today. So let's go ahead and jump in. The first one that we are going to be going with today is we're going to be going with Kyle Wright and his 5.5 strikeouts. This Angels lineup just isn't very good. They've been striking out a ton. So anytime that they are right now playing, we really should target them with strikeouts. And there's his 5.5 strikeouts. Last night, they struck out 13 times against Morton and the bullpen. It's just a great matchup for Wright. Up until mid-June, Wright was regularly getting 7 to 8 strikeouts a game. Over his last handful of starts, strikeouts have been missing, but a lot of that had to do with the opponents that he's been facing. Faced the Nationals twice. The Nationals, not the best lineup, but they are a stingy lineup, and they don't strike out much. Faced the Phillies, faced the Cardinals. So he's really facing off against teams that just don't strike out much. This Angels team strikes out an absolute ton. Over the last couple of weeks, they've been striking out 35% of the time. If you look at the projected lineup for the Angels tonight, they have a 32% K rate versus righties over the last month. So great spot for Wright. I really expect him to get 7 to 8 strikeouts tonight. So we're going to go with the over on this 5.5 strikeout number for Kyle Wright tonight. The next one that we are going to go with is going to be a no runs first inning. And we're going to go right back to that Marlins Pirates series. Quintana didn't start last night. Thompson did. Quintana is confirmed as a starter tonight. So just love the matchup for him. This Marlins team is really awful against Southpaws. On the year, they have a 76 WRC and a 609 OPS. Just not a good lineup. They did score some runs against Thompson yesterday, but it wasn't until the mid-innings. So I expect them to struggle right at the start of the game against Quintana. Quintana's probably making one of his last starts in a Pirates uniform. He may get one more start before he gets traded, but he's got a great contract for the rest of the year, so I'm sure he's getting shipped out soon. On the other side of the game, we have Max Meyer going for the Marlins. He's one of their top pitching prospects. This is his second start. In his first start, he pitched pretty well. He did give up 5 earned runs, but he stayed in probably a little bit too long. I expect him to have no issues with the Pirates tonight. Pirates are going to be without Reynolds. And they're also going to be out without Vogelbach, who got shipped off to my Mets last night. So look for Meyer to be able to really handle this Pirates lineup pretty well. For the most part, he handled the Phillies lineup well before the All-Star break. Should do it again tonight. So we're going to go with the under on this first inning run allowed. The next one that we are going to go with is going to be Anthony Rizzo and his 7.5 hitter fantasy score. So Rizzo and the Yankees get a pretty nice matchup against Jordan Lyles tonight. Lyles is just not a good pitcher. Gives up a ton of contact. Gives up a ton of hard contact. Over his last 29 innings of work, he's given up 13 barrels and 5 homers. I just love attacking him, really with both sides of the plate. But lefties have a massive .550 slugging percentage versus him this season. With Rizzo, he's not coming into this one overly hot. He's been a little bit on the cold side. There's no better slump buster than Jordan Lyles, though. Rizzo has had some success against Lyles in the past. He's got 2 bombs against him. He's also driven in 11 guys against him, too. So it's a good spot for him. Our model has him at 10 tonight. Look for Rizzo to get back on the saddle and have a really strong game tonight. So let's go with the over on the 7.5 hitter fantasy score. The next one and the final piece to our core for tonight is going to be Luis Arraez, and he also has a 7.5 hitter fantasy score. Let's go ahead and pull that bad boy up. So our eyes and the Twins get a really nice matchup against Pineda. Pineda's last start going into the All-Star break, he gave up 8 earned runs. Look for him to struggle again today. He's given up homers in 4 straight starts. In 2 of those, he's given up at least 2. So he's really struggling. His biggest weakness this year, although again, both sides of the plate have been pretty good against him. Lefties have absolutely crushed him, though. They have a 583 slugging percentage and an OPS over 900. So Arias is in a great spot. Arias doesn't hit for a whole lot of power. He's only got 5 homers on the year. He also only has 22 extra base hits, but all but 2 of those have been against righties. So you really want to target Arias when he's facing off against the righty, and he's facing a really beatable righty tonight in Pineda. On the year, he's hitting 364 against righties, and he also has a 435 on base percentage. Fully expect him to get on base a couple times today, score a couple runs, or even drive in a couple runs. Also, his OPS versus righties this year is 919. So this is a good spot for him tonight. Our model has him at 10 also. So we're going to go with the over on the 7.5 hitter fantasy score for Luis Arias tonight. So that's our core 4. Let's go ahead and do a recap of them. We're going to go with the over on the 5.5 strikeouts for Kyle Wright. We're going to go with the under on the half first run inning allowed for the Pirates Marlins today. We're going to go with the over on the 7.5 hitter fantasy score for Anthony Rizzo. And we're going to go with the over on the 7.5 hitter fantasy score for Luis Arias. That's our core 4 today. If you end up using them, just make sure to like and subscribe. That way we know that you're following along with the picks. If you have any questions about your own picks, just make sure to drop some notes in the comments. Happy to answer any questions that you may have. We went 3-1 yesterday. Hopefully we'll go 4-0 today. Let's have a big day, people. Good luck.